Welcome back to Game Galaxy, and today marks the 1-year anniversary of the Game Galaxy show here on YouTube, and that's not including my Shenmue 3 announcement reaction video. I put that up first, but this is the 1-year anniversary for my first official episode of my top 10 Sega Genesis games, and man, how time flies, man. It's been such a great year. I want to thank you guys for watching this silly show so far and having fun with me, remembering some awesome games. This little episode is going to be pretty much a me blowing my own horn video, but I'm going to give you a lot of opportunities to go check out some other channels throughout this video, so I invite you to open them in another window, but stay with me for the video if you like. But if anybody's interested, I'm just going to talk. Feel free to click off. But I'm going to talk about the origins of Game Galaxy, why I decided to do the show, and where that kind of came from. And so I have always wanted to do this for years, dating back to even 2008. I can't remember when I decided back then to go on, and I had the idea for the show to be called The Game Quest. We all know Wood, that sexy Australian, has the show The Game Quest. Whenever I don't know if it was exactly 2008, it may have been later, that when I went to go check that name, I see he was doing his thing, and I was like, well. And at that time in my life, I was very heavily into my band, and we would play and work on music all the time. The band is Shield of Wings. You can go get the album we recorded with me playing keyboards and doing orchestrations on iTunes and other places. I'll link here. But I was really focused on that, so I wasn't really had a lot of time for anything else, and I was just in a different headspace then. I've always loved video games, and old video games especially. I've consistently played old video games all my life and cherished them and loved them alongside playing the new video games. And so I started to find certain channels on YouTube and these communities that kind of help cultivate and share my love for that. Or if I was, one thing I love doing, PlayStation 2 is my favorite console of all time. It actually beat out the Dreamcast. That's another story I'm going to tell a long time. My PS2 journey and how I became such a Sony man. But I got that, and there was a resale shop by me that had PlayStation 2 games for $1 or $2, and that's why I have a good amount of them. And so I am a big fan of the undiscovered, the unknown, and the PS2 and these resale shops allowed me to just pick up something and hey, I'll try it. It's like $2. And I would find these consistently amazing games. So it was great finding other channels like Metal Jesus Rocks or Classic Game Room or big guys like that who would talk about obscure things and random things and or tell me about something I never heard of before, and I would be like, wow, that's really cool, that looks like a game I would love, and I would go check out, or maybe I'd see it and I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. And I started to get really into that. But I still didn't think I wanted to be that kind of person. I still kept my gaming side kind of separate from overtly being ultra proud of loving video games and being passionate about it. Maybe it's a part of growing up where you're worried about certain things, but now I'm just open about how passionate I am. Why worry? I'm completely comfortable. My favorite channel in this community and here on YouTube is the Happy Console Gamer, because when I was introduced to him, his first video I saw had such an impact in me. It totally changed my mind and my feelings and really helped me. And that video, I'm going to point you in the description, annotation link, is his video called The 40-Year-Old Gamer. I almost said virgin. The 40-Year-Old Gamer. Go check that video out. It is such a great video, and pretty much the message is about being yourself, not caring what people label, and just have fun in life. And that was such a message I needed to hear at that time in my life. I was working on a Disney pilot show in January 2014, and I had to stay until about 3 a.m. by myself, printing the scripts for the next day and bratting them all, very dull office assistant type jobs. And so I was watching on my cell phone the Metal Jesus Rocks channel, just watching his videos, and in the related videos was Johnny's 40-Year-Old Gamer video. So I was like, oh, that's a cool title, a funny play on the movie. So I watch it, and he just started talking about, just do what you love, don't care what people say, be proud of it, like it's cool. Like the world will try to tell you, you have to be this, or it's not adult to do this. And, you know, it was so great because I was living in a very hostile environment. I lived in a 2-bedroom townhouse with 5 people total, and a lot of us didn't like each other. There was violence, there was arguments, and one of my friends lived there, and he was the most critical of me of playing video games. He would kind of, you know, talk me down, make fun of me, say, well, that's not professional, or this is why you're not getting where you want to go, kind of thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I live and breathe entertainment, even in my profession. I'm all about entertainment. Like, this is just another form of storytelling that I love very much. And, you know, it started to get me down because I wasn't doing the best financially that year for myself, and I started to be like, maybe he's right, and feel down. And so that 4-year-old gamer video just really like helped me be like, you know what? No, I do love video games, and I'm not ashamed of it. And they're ignorant. They just don't get it. And I started to be steadfast in that, and I started to, you know, have self-esteem and just really, I guess, be confident in myself, and that was great. And so that's when the rekindled fire in me to like, man, you know, I feel like I've got a lot of knowledge, not that to say I'm like a genius or an encyclopedia, but I feel like I love and know a lot about certain games that not a lot of people talk about, or they should know. And I want to be able to share that with people so that whether or not they just enjoy watching content on YouTube and being entertained by that is gaming related, or if they're like me, where they love hearing about things they've never heard about and they want to go try it for themselves, or if they're just, you know, they've played so many video games, they want to try something new. I just want to do that. Or if you want to share in my joy, I just want to talk about the great old things. And also, you know, and if there's anybody watching this channel that's 13 to 15, just let me know if this is the case. I feel like there's younger guys and girls who are into games. They've got to have some interest in the older games. Just like if you're a fan of music, you've got interest in music from the 70s. Or if you're interested in film, you like old films. I know I personally do. So I feel like there's that desire for knowledge and interest in old games, and I want to be that kind of resource there to talk about these things because they're so important to me. I don't want them to be lost to the past. We live in a world now where it's inundated with so many video games. It's crazy, you know, and it's like, wow, it's hard to keep up, especially if, you know, you've got an adult type life with a lot of responsibilities. So that was my motivation in starting the show, and it's very interesting to see how everything has developed. And one thing I've noticed is that this retro video game community here on YouTube is full of the most kindest and passionate people on the internet. The internet is hostile and full of volatile, angry people, judgmental people, but I just have not found that in the retro game community. We're all happy, and I think it's because we all share the universal desire to have fun, and that's what I love, and that's why I love and appreciate all of you. And you know, if I can just talk about how much fun it's been for me, and you know, all the videos that I've made, I've tried consistently to come out with one at least every Sunday, and a few random ones here. I've failed a few times of keeping that weekly schedule because life gets in the way. But I think my favorite video I made all year was the Outrun series review, and that's just because I love Outrun so much, and I was just so fired up to talk about that, and it was so positively well received. It was great. And that also introduced me to my boy Reflection, who is an awesome music artist. I'm going to link his music. Go check it out. It's fantastic. And I'm also going to link a video he did. He did a video tribute to Outrun and old video games of the 16-bit era to one of his songs, and it's fantastic. So go check out Reflection. You can grab his whole digital bundle for like $5. It's awesome music. I love it. But it's really interesting to see how some videos will go very, very well, do very, very well, and some won't get watched at all. I don't know why that is. YouTube is such a weird thing to me. I always thought doing a video on my favorite Mario game would get a lot of a lot of views, and didn't happen. Whereas Sword of the Berserk, wow, a lot of people watch that. So very interesting how the YouTube thing goes. And so I could talk for hours and hours and hours, and I thank you so much if you're still with me in this video. That's awesome. I just want to do a few shout outs to other channels I enjoy and people that I love. and starting my #1 man, Joey B/3, the Fit Gamer. If you're not subscribed to this channel and you're subscribed to me, absolutely go subscribe to him. He's got an awesome channel that is a mixture of gaming, fitness, and martial arts all into one sexy package. And he's got a series called the Fit Gamer Fight Moves, where he just breaks down certain character fight moves in game and shows it in the real world, and it's a lot of fun. Right now he's got a lot of cool Jason Bourne fight moves from the video games, and you can even learn how to smack someone in the face with a book. So go check out Joey B/3, the Fit Gamer. He's fantastic. I want to thank just other people I enjoy and the community around, like Thompson Ada from Action Ration. Thank you very much. I appreciate what you do. I feel like we have a shared love for those kind of just ultra old shooting games, and that's awesome. Joe Grotesque from Retro Cynical, man. I watch your videos to relax. Your voice soothes me, and I appreciate you. Vampire Mike from Sega CD. I just enjoy hearing you talk about stuff every once in a while. Thanks, man. And Mr. Pocket Rocket Radio. I don't know what it is about you, but you just have a magnetic personality, and I love you very much. And everybody else who watches and just, is always there. Torture Vision, love you too, man. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope to be here for another year. So I just want to end by saying the best game that I've played in this year's time is still To the Moon. So go grab it on Steam, because the Steam summer sale is going on right now, so it's probably only a couple of bucks. It's absolutely amazing. Go play To the Moon. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, I invite you to subscribe and have some fun as we talk about old games and a few new games here and there. So thanks so much. I'll see you later.